Hi, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, everyone? Hopefully, you will be in the pink of your health and enjoying life. Always be happy. Well, I need to ask you one thing. Have you ever noticed that while reading a novel, you have started thinking yourself at the place of the hero? Or at times you feel whatever is being happened with the hero is already been happened with you or someone else in your real life, or you might have read the same thing somewhere else. Is it so? What are these? It means that you are making connections. My name is Noor Uzma, and today we are going to learn making connections. Here we go. Well, what are connections? My dear students, our life is full of connections. We are connected to each other. We are connected to our family, we are connected to our friends, and if we talk about our educational institutes, students are connected to their teachers are connected to their students, and students are connected to their books. Aren't they? So, connections are the links that the reader can make between what they are reading and the things they already have experienced or what they already know about it. How? Let me tell you. Well, now a question may arise in your mind. Why should we make connections? Well, sometimes it is an automatic process, and sometimes someone can just derive your attention towards that, like your teacher. Why do we make it? Always good readers make connections to better understand what they are reading. Be with us, let me tell you. How do we make connections? Good readers use their own background knowledge and prior experiences to make connections. Well, let me tell you the different types of these connections. There are three different ways that a reader can make connection. Let me tell you what they are. Connection number one, it is text to self. Text to self connections are highly personal. These are the connections that a reader makes between a piece of reading material and the reader's own experience or life. An example of a text to self connection might be start like, this story reminds me of a vacation we took to my grandfather's farm. Now, let us relate it with the novel that we are reading, that is James and the Giant Peach. Where we just read that line, why don't we just lower the boy down the well in a bucket and leave him there for a night? Who said this? Aunt Sponge or Aunt Spiker? You have to tell me. Who did they call? Yes, to James. Okay, so after reading that line, you might remember something, or you may just think like that. That line reminds me the day when I was punished by my mom. Like, maybe by locking in the bathroom or locking in the store. What do you think? You may tell me, you may communicate, you may be connected with me via comment box. You can tell me there. Connection number two, that is text to text, means book to book. These are connections that reader makes between the text they are reading and other text the reader has already read. Other kinds of text might include books, poems, scripts, songs, or anything written. You could even include movies or television shows that you have seen before. Let us make a text-to-text connection of the characters of James and the Giant Peach with other characters that we have read in other textbooks. Don't you think so that James is like Cinderella? Cinderella was also a miserable girl. She was just at the mercy of her two step-sisters and stepmother. Cruel aunts are just like Cinderella's stepmother and sisters. Even you can just look at the picture. They're having so cruel face and they seem very crafty. An old man is just like a fairy godmother who came suddenly for the help of James. In the same way, fairy godmother came to help Cinderella. Any other example you can find? Do tell me in the comment box. I'll be waiting. Well, I'm not gonna tell you anything. You know, the two stories. You have to make connections. You have to tell me in the comments box what similarities you can find in the both pictures. Do tell me. I'll be waiting. I'm not gonna explain it anymore. Connection number 3. It is text to world. It has a bigger canvas. These are the connections that reader make between the text and the bigger issues, events, or concerns of society. To make these type of connections, the reader must think about what is going on in the world around them or in his general knowledge. Means, are these kind of events or characters found in the world or not? He should be aware of that. Now, how to make responses? Response option for sharing connections are verbal or written. Verbal responses means that reader may discuss it verbally, or written responses means they write the connections they could make with the text down on a sheet of paper or in a response journal. Ways to start your connections means how to start your line before talking verbally or writing. You can just start as that reminds me of, or you can write remember when I, or this is like this character makes me think of, this setting reminds me of. These are the ways, or you can make your own ways. Sky's the limit. Let's practice, my dear students. How? Keep your critical thinking always alive while reading any text. That will make you the best reader. So keep on learning, improving, and practicing. Learn, improve, practice. Learn, improve, practice. Because practice makes the man perfect. Let me recap. What did we do? We just talked about what is a literary connection. Then we talked about 3 types of connections. Number 1, text to self. Number 2, text to text. Number 3, text to world. And then we talked about response option for sharing connections. It could be verbal or written. And then we talked about ways to start our connection. So, happy learning! Always be happy. Allah Hafiz. Have a good day.